we had to clarify what happened. There was a bit of a mystery where you thought I stood you up, and I had no idea what was going on. I thought you were doing a Morton's Steakhouse commercial.
That is so funny. So I get a text from Craig. And Craig said, so I communicate with Craig two ways. I've got a text exchange with him. I haven't deleted them, by the way. These are all on my phone that's sitting right here. I have a text exchange with Craig, and then I have a WhatsApp with Craig. This happens to be through the text app. And Craig's coming to town. This is awesome. He's bringing 2 guys with him. Okay, great. Hey, we want to see you for dinner. So I line up dinner, and this is going back and forth, and Craig doesn't come to dinner. And we're sitting down there. I've got my family with me, which is, my wife, my kids, my father-in-law, and his wife. And we got Craig's seat. We got the 2 other seats for our guests that are coming in. So we finally order some appetizers, and we finally order, and where Morton's is in Portland, which I think is our best restaurant. But straight across the street is a venue that they put on very popular plays. So people will come over here for dinner and then have to get to the play. And my only point being, you can't just stay at a table forever. Like, you got to get it and go. And so I start ordering food, and I was going to order you even the porterhouse. So you get, hey, three porterhouses. They'll be here any minute. And all of a sudden, this was at 5 o'clock, all of a sudden at 6 o'clock, I realized, you're not coming. And I also know how good you are at paying attention to social media. So that's how I communicate with you. I make a video and Instagram it out. And you responded, but what was funny is I had just seen you the day before working with Volkanovski in Australia. But I was thinking, okay, maybe that wasn't current. Even though I saw it yesterday, maybe it was filmed a period of time. All right, let's speed the story. I go home, you never come. I go back to this guy, whoever this is. And I'm at this point, I'm embarrassed because I've name dropped you. I told Morton's puts this special thing on the menu. I got world's greatest grappler, Craig Jones. I got this whole thing going on. And I have to tell the waiter, hey, Craig's not coming. Okay, so I go back and I'm telling this guy, man, hey, you got me, but what happened here? I'll turn this into a piece. There's no hard feelings, but you got to level with me. And he's like, okay, I'm going to FaceTime you tomorrow. You're not going to be mad. This will all make sense. So tomorrow comes and goes. He doesn't FaceTime me, and so he sends me another message like that. And now he's just dragging it out. So now I do get pissed. I'm going, hey, wait a minute. I'll find out who you are. And so I tweet out his phone number, and I just asked the MMA community, who's this guy? Everybody put you in his phone until I find him. So he begs mercy at that point. Said his phone was blowing up. Hey, please don't do that to me. But he stayed calm the whole time. And that's kind of relevant to the story. That'll come in later. But ultimately, his name is Craig Davies. He's in the UK. And he's like, Chael, I didn't really do this. You thought I was Craig Jones. When I realized you thought I was Craig Jones, I'm a little bit offended that you got the wrong guy. So I got the right to be a little bit mad here. And the other side of it is I went with it. So I did forgive him, and we've stayed in contact ever since. Which I offered that because I told you he was nice the whole time. And so now I made friends with the catfisher, and here we are.
You've never met this guy before in your life? Or?
I don't believe so. And then I even asked some other MMA guys. We had each other's contacts. How would we met? It has to be something to do with MMA, but I couldn't find Craig Davies. No.
That's a crazy story. I swear I really thought it was a commercial for Morton's Steakhouse. Yeah. Because I was in Australia and people were like, what's happening there? I was like, I'm not sure. I've been in Australia for weeks at this stage.
Sure.
So this Chris Davis, he's just like a random guy.
Craig Davis.
Craig Davis. So he's not a famous fighter everywhere. He's just like a random guy.
Yes, and since we've been talking since, I know he wants to be involved. I know he's a big fan. I think he even does something with the media. But I've only been to the UK once for MMA. It was to corner Luke Barnett. It was many years ago. And I don't have a whole bunch of phone numbers, particularly international ones. So somewhere we met. Somewhere we exchanged numbers. And
such a good story.
And I will tell you, he's been a very pleasant guy. That's my second catfisher, though. I got catfished by Aspen Ladd for 2 years.
Oh, really?
Yes, and now the person who catfished me, now she and I have become friends. I outed her as catfishing me when I found out it wasn't last, but she's like, misunderstanding, and so.
So it's a good way to become your friend.
Yeah, that's right.
I was going to say a bunch of people are going to just try to catfish you now. Be friends with Chael now.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. No, I mean apparently it's a lost art, and I don't know if I told that well, but when you said you were coming out for this, I was thinking, come on. You just did this to me. You just got. So then I'm going back to Craig Davies, and I'm going, hey, man, by the way, I think I really am seeing Craig Jones. Is this real? Are you up to it again? He's like, no, man, I swear, I don't even have WhatsApp. It's like, okay.
I was worried the ultimate revenge would be we would set up this podcast for the first episode, and then you stand me up.
Oh, that'd be brutal. Hey, I didn't understand what you were doing, by the way. I thought we were going in the gym. I thought we were working on some techniques. I thought you were coming out for something else. I didn't really understand. This is very impressive, guys. You got a great team over here somewhere off camera. You got a beautiful setup, man. This is This is going to turn into something.